Hi there, guys. It's Sakhile Ncayiyana from Entrepreneur Unleashed, the ultimate hangout spot for startup entrepreneurs. Now, today I want to talk to you mainly about the importance of having what I describe as a financial blueprint understanding and grasp of your business. See, a lot of entrepreneurs, what they work on is they constantly focus on the product. True indeed, the product or the service is important. You constantly need to work on it to make sure that it fits into what the customer wants, to gain those customers. A lot of entrepreneurs also work on what I call knocking on doors and prospecting and seeking and looking for customers, and they really convince themselves that they're really working hard. And it's true, it is. I mean, if you sit back as an entrepreneur and expect customers to walk into your store, well, unfortunately, you're going to close down within a month. So prospecting is fantastic. Product development, product maneuvering, and constantly remodeling is part and parcel of being a great entrepreneur. However, it's important to have a strong financial grasp, a grasp of the financial figures of your business. Without making financial projections, writing out financial statements, then you don't really know how well your business is performing. Ultimately, a business is a vehicle to do what? To achieve what? To achieve our financial goals. We set financial goals. We say we want to make $1 million. We want to become millionaires, or we want to become billionaires. That's a financial strategy. I mean, that's a financial aim and financial objective. Therefore, everything that you do must be in line with that understanding. You're trying to achieve and attain financial success. So the vehicle through which you're going to achieve that is a business. However, you need to have a financial strategy. What am I talking about? I'm not really being clear right now. I get that, but I'm going to be clear just in a second. We had this debate with my brother and I. He's a sales master. He's a sales trainer. He trains sales teams, and he brings them value, gives them techniques on how they can close deals, how they can prospect better, how they can convert leads. Now, for the last 2 weeks, what he's been doing, he's been pushing on marketing, pushing on prospecting, getting clients, and speaking to small business owners, and selling his product to them. And the one thing that he hasn't really looked at was his financials. There were no financial projections to what he was doing. There was nothing. It was just, okay, right, I'm doing something, I'm being proactive, I'm proactively looking for customers. Now that's great. But at the end of the day, what counts? What counts is the finances. That's all that counts at the end of the day. Because this is a financial game, right? So everything is about risk management, financial risk management. It's not about being fearful that, well, the numbers are going to give you a scary picture which might discourage you. No. Just because we're aware of reality does not stop us from dreaming or innovating. So in the same way, understanding your financials, understanding where your company stands financially isn't necessarily going to curb your innovation or your drive to take risks. It simply means that you'll have a strong understanding of where you stand, and therefore you will innovate from that perspective. You'll innovate with that knowledge, with that wisdom, that this is where I stand, but now I'm going to innovate a way to overcome that, or to play with what I already have. You can build a case for your business. You can build a case to an investor and say, investor, I'm the guy for this job. I've got the qualities, I've got the drive, I've got the ambition. You've built the case that you're the leader that deserves to be leading this business, or this new dream, this vehicle. You've built that case. You then build the case of marketing. Indeed, you build the case of the product. So you say, this is a great product, or this is a great service, and the investors won over. However, if you don't build the ultimate case, which is the financial case for your business, the financial argument, if you can't make a financial argument right there and then for your business, then you're screwed. You're just not going to win. If you can't tell me now, specifically and accurately, how much it costs you to acquire a customer, and what that means for your bottom line, then you've lost. You've lost the game. You don't get it. You're just going on, pushing hard, and you're just going to eventually, by serendipity or by luck, get to success. And that's not the approach that you should be taking. A lot of people don't get it. They think guys like Richard Branson don't really focus on financials. Those guys obsess over the financials. They obsess over it. They look at how much, if they're spending R1, they're looking at how much of that R1 goes towards cost of sales. Everything. Customer acquisition cost, like I said, marketing cost, HR costs, prospecting costs. Every single cost you can possibly imagine. They've got it in numbers, and they understand that it's a numbers game. This money game, it's a numbers game, guys. So my advice to you, start developing some financial statements. On a daily basis, it's really, really very basic. All you have to do is say, okay, this is how many sales I want to get today or this week. This week, I want to get 20 clients. And then what you do is you begin to project how much it's going to cost you to acquire those customers. So you say, well, I'm probably going to spend about $500 trying to prospect and get these customers, right? Now that I have these customers in here, it's going to cost me this much. You have to know, like, how much bank charges is it going to cost you when those customers deposit money into your account? These are all part of your costs. You can't ignore them. I know it's finicky and very, it requires a lot of detail, and you gotta have to have an accountant's mindset. But you gotta think about these things, because I've seen a lot of great entrepreneurs who've got drive, who go out there, they see customers, and their businesses seem to be vibrant, but they collapse at the end. Cash flow issue, something as basic as cash flow. And you know, a business can collapse even if it's profitable. It's got plenty of customers, but it runs out of cash flow and it collapses. On the ground. It can't pay its supplies, so it's got all these contracts that it's got to honor. But it can't pay its suppliers, so the supplier cuts the supply. Boom. On the floor, on the ground. You got to think about your financials, guys. Financial projections per week, per day, in fact. Whether it's on sales, whether it's HR projections, how much are you spending on a daily basis on your employees? See, when you get to figure out these amounts, you get to finally understand that in business, it's all about the numbers. It's okay, right? These are my financial goals. I want to make $1 million. How will I get there exactly? I'm not just going to get there by going out there looking for customers. I need to make sure that the money that's coming in gets to stay here. The money that's coming in is not going out as much as it should. Not more than is necessary. You understand this? So this is how I know exactly I'm going to make $1 million. I know I'll make $1 million by, for example, October. You need to know exactly when you're going to be doing this thing. These are projections. Of course, reality always, projections are what you think you're going to do. It's based on your understanding of the environment at the time, at your own capacity, at your own believing in your own potential and whatnot. And sometimes reality steps in, but that's fine, because you're constantly making new weekly projections based on the reality. Do you understand? For example, last week, I didn't make a single one of my sales projections per day. Not a single one. I expect to see about 5 clients per day. And I only saw 1 each day. What did that teach me? What did that teach me? It taught me that I had actually spent money on preparing for customers each day, preparing for 5 customers. That had cost me money to prepare for 5 customers to show up. My secretary, my admin stuff, I had to pay her despite the fact that she didn't really have to work on that particular day. I still have to pay her. That's money, being hemorrhaging money, right? Out of the system. It gives me a lot of knowledge. It gives me something to work with when I'm making decisions. So this entire week it's been that scenario. So what have I decided? I've decided, you know what? I'm going to spend more money. I'm going to take a bigger risk on marketing. I'm going to get myself a marketing officer, and I'm not going to be the one who does all the marketing. So I'll get a marketing officer, I'll get a team of people, sales team, pay them on commission, I'll train them about the products and the services, and we'll be all over the space. and will gain more customers on a daily basis. I would have never been able to reach this conclusion if I didn't have any sales projections, if I didn't have my financials in line, if I wasn't aware of how much I'm losing per day when I don't achieve a particular goal. A lot of people are like, well, I know if I haven't gained any customers in a day, I just feel sad about it. But you're not aware of how much exactly you're losing. You're not aware of how much you're moving away and backwards away from that financial goal that you have of making $1 million, say by October, like I said. So guys, think about that. It's important. All right. That was me, Sakhile Ncayiyana from Entrepreneur Unleashed, the ultimate hangout spot for startup entrepreneurs. Cheers, guys.